Hello everyone, Tysall here. Today I'm going to show you how to embed video into your Mag Plus layouts. It's a pretty straightforward thing to do and leads to some pretty impressive results and lots of creative options. But before we go anywhere near InDesign or Mag Plus, you need to look at your video file sizes and get those reduced down as much as possible. For this I use Handbrake. Obviously large video files are just going to lead to a large MIB file, so that would make things difficult, tricky to download. So yeah, compressing your video down as much as possible is really important thing to do. You can see that this QuickTime movie is 474 megabytes, so that's just way too big. Let me just open that in Handbrake. And I start out with the iPad preset in Handbrake. It's pretty good, but you need to uncheck a few things like large file size. Video quality, you can put that down to an average bit rate. I see no loss in quality with this. It's a pretty good setting. And then I click 2-pass encoding, which means that Handbrake will do 2 passes, 2 slow passes, and it'll really reduce that file size down. And then you hit start. For the sake of this tutorial, let's just assume that Handbrake's done that. It's spat out this MP4 file, and you can see it's reduced it down to 1.3 megabytes. I mean, it's vastly reduced that file down. So let's flick over to InDesign and see how we get that into our Mag Plus layouts. Open up the Mag Plus plugin. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to tell the system what layer you actually want your video to play on. Here I'm want it to play on the B slide's main content layer, so it becomes part of the page background. For illustrative purposes, I've loaded up this graphic here, but you can use anything. You can use a blank container box, you could design your own little play button, anything just to tell the system what layer you're targeting your video at. So over to the Mag Plus plugin, click Add Movie. Okay, and you can see it's just done 2 things here. It's added 2 new layers. One is the D media areas and the other is C clickable areas. If I just lock off clickable areas, you can see it's made this binding box, which is a dupe of the target binding box we selected. And that's the area that the video is going to play in, and you can scale that and place that wherever you want in your Mag Plus layout. It's just Control Z back through time, and the other one is the clickable areas. I'm going to leave that media area as is because I want it to take up that entire background, but I am going to edit down this clickable area so that it sits roughly over that stamp graphic that's on this document, because there's nothing else going on this document. It just looks like the intuitive area somebody might click to tap to pause or play the video. Okay, so let's look at the video options we've got. Over here under content type, you've got inline movie. Open that up. You've got pop-up movie or full screen movie. Pretty self-explanatory. Pop-up movie will make sure the video will play in a standard iOS pop-up window. I'm going to leave it on inline movie, and then I'm going to go down to source type. You've got 2 options here, file or URL. So you could have a streaming video. If you selected URL, you'd have to place your URL, target URL in this field here, but we're dealing with a file. So click on file and let's import that video file in. It's that MP4. Open that up. Okay, and last couple of things to do here. I want to click auto start. So As soon as the page loads, I want that video to start playing, and you can have that happen in two different ways. You can have in view or on load. I want it to happen on load, so as soon as the page loads up, the video starts playing. But if you clicked in view, you could have it so that, say your video was further down in your layout, in your page vert. As soon as that video came into view, Pearson swiped it into view, it would start playing. Okay, but seeing as this is a background page and it's the first thing that people see when they come to that page, I'm going to click it on load, and then I'm going to click off hide media end, because like I say, I want this video, once it finishes playing, it becomes the background to this page design, which is why this inline movie is such a great option, because you can integrate your video and make it part of the page, dynamic page design. So that's pretty much all there is to it. If you've got your tablet with you, you can hit fast review and send that to the Mag Plus Reviewer app, or for review and export. So let's just jump over to the Mag Plus production tool, and this is the page I'm dealing with here. So I'm just going to hit review selected, just to give you an idea of what that video looks like and how it functions on the page. It's taken a while to export, loading up. Okay, so if I go over to the iOS player, here it is. Yep, just a short animation. You can see it's like a light box effect that flickers into play, and then this typography emerges. There you go. And all of that can still happen while your user's interacting with the page. It's still happening there in the background. And yeah, so there you go. That's pretty much all there is to it. Really look forward to seeing any results that you come up with. This is Tysall signing off. Cheers.